The political landscape of the United States could dramatically shift if Donald Trump were to become president again in 2025. This video explores the potential changes and impacts across various policy areas. In domestic policy, Trump might attempt to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, implement tax cuts favoring higher-income individuals and corporations, and reduce regulations, particularly in environmental protection and business oversight. The judiciary could see more conservative appointments, potentially affecting decisions on crucial issues like abortion and voting rights. Foreign policy under a second Trump presidency might see a continuation of a tough stance on China regarding trade and intellectual property. Relationships with traditional allies could become strained, with a preference for bilateral over multilateral agreements. In the Middle East, policies might favor strong relationships with Israel and Saudi Arabia while taking a hard line on Iran. The approach towards Russia could be softer compared to the current administration. Economic policies might include protectionist trade measures, potentially leading to trade wars or tariffs on economic competitors. The energy sector could see increased support for fossil fuel industries, possibly rolling back regulations aimed at combating climate change. Immigration policies would likely focus heavily on border security, potentially reviving the border wall project. Refugee and asylum policies might become more restrictive. Regarding social issues, there could be a rollback of protections for LGBTQ+ individuals and other minority groups. Education policies might support school choice initiatives, including vouchers for private and charter schools. Climate policy could see significant changes, with a possible withdrawal from international agreements like the Paris Agreement and a rollback of regulations designed to reduce carbon emissions and protect natural resources. Public health measures related to COVID-19 might see reduced federal involvement, with more responsibility shifted to individual states. The effectiveness of Trump's policies would largely depend on the makeup of Congress. If Republicans control one or both houses, legislative gridlock might be less pronounced. However, ongoing legal challenges and investigations into Trump's past actions could lead to significant political and legal battles, potentially affecting his presidency. The actual outcomes of a second Trump presidency would depend on various factors, including the composition of Congress, the priorities of the new administration, and responses from the public and international community. As with any political shift, the landscape would be complex and multifaceted, with far-reaching implications for both domestic and international affairs. So, make your vote count by choosing wisely. Set aside emotions and focus on what is right and just. Voting should be based on policies and leadership qualities, not on sympathy or fear arising from incidents. May God bless America.